there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World. We're on the beach of Jaco, Costa Rica, and today we have for you our 10 things that will shock you about visiting Costa Rica. And the first thing that's going to shock you about coming to Costa Rica is the insane amount of wonderful nature in this country. Whether it is great beaches where you can go surfing, or you're going into cloud forests, or walking on hanging bridges by a volcano. I mean, volcanoes you can go see. National parks where you can go with all kinds of flora and fauna, with macaws of every color, with monkeys. Dude, they've got monkeys. You can zip line, see macaws, go someplace, see monkeys. I mean, the nature in Costa Rica is phenomenal. And when you come here, that's one thing you're gonna be like, wow, this place is just gorgeous with all this nature. It is fantastic. And that's the first thing that's gonna shock you, is just how much insane, amazing nature is here in Costa Rica. The second thing that might shock you when you come to Costa Rica, oh, we're in Arenal now. You can't really see the volcano, but it's back there. The second thing that's gonna shock you when you come to Costa Rica are the roads and the driving. It is crazy here. Now, I know when you read online, they'll say, oh, there's potholes that will eat your car and manhole covers that are missing and la la la. Look, the roads have gotten a lot better here in Costa Rica than a lot of things. You can drive here, it's okay. Yes, the roads are bumpy, but I would say the things that's gonna shock you the most about the driving here and the roads here are the roads. There's a lot of windy roads. Coming here to Arenal from San Jose or the coast, it's literally vomit-inducing curves and stuff like that. Bumpy roads, people walking along the side of the roads, crazy drivers everywhere. Signs? We don't need any signs here. The signage here is really bad. The address is here. Sometimes there's no address, okay? So make sure you know where the nearest Catholic church is, because your hotel may say, oh, we're 80 meters south of the Catholic church. Or like, I know ours was literally like, oh, they told United where our hotel was so they can deliver our luggage. Like, yes, it's 80 meters south of the Catholic hotel, past this factory, then you go west for 200 meters. And it was hilarious, but it was true. And that's one of those things, is the whole road driving experience here can be a bit shocking because of the bumps, and yes, there are potholes. When you get off the main roads, yes, it can be a bit shaky, shall we say, but honestly, they've built a lot of really new good roads here. Now, the third thing that might shock you when you come here is rice and beans. Beans and rice, rice and beans. Would you like some rice and beans? Or maybe beans and rice, or maybe for breakfast you want rice and beans together. Costa Rican food is actually very good. The fresh fish that's here, I mean, you got two coasts and it is fantastic. The fish, eat fish till your heart's content. Ceviche, we can have that fresh made here, all kinds of great stuff. But the thing is, the staple of Costa Rican food is rice and beans. You're gonna have casado, which is a side of rice, a side of beans, some little salad, some meat, and there's some spices like chili peppers and stuff like that mixed together. But the rice and beans are separate. You're gonna have that, okay, for lunch, for dinner. And then for breakfast, they mix the rice and beans together to make Gallo Pinto, which is actually awesome. Like, definitely get that. Screw the bacon and egg stuff. Get that for breakfast every day. You will be happy. And the funny thing is having rice and beans for breakfast, yes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you don't really get tired of it. Because actually it is really good. If you're here for a couple weeks like us, you'll be like, you know what, I still really like this. I mean, it's still really good. But it does shock people how much there is rice and beans like every meal, and even for breakfast, okay? Now, the fourth thing that's gonna shock you about coming to Costa Rica are the Ticos. If you don't know what Ticos are, that's the name for the Costa Ricans. The people here are awesome. I mean, I'm not kidding you. For all the tourists that come here, the people in Costa Rica are just amazing. They're so friendly, they're so helpful, they're just really nice people, and they're totally laid back and chill about everything, which might get you a little upset when it comes to service. If you're coming from like the US or you're Northern Europe where you expect things to go quickly, hey, chill, relax. The Ticos will take care of it with a smile. The people are just awesome here, and you're gonna love it. And the thing is, a lot of the people in the tourism industry here speak English, so that's really helpful. Now, of course, the mom and pop places, maybe not, and especially when you're getting away from tourist places like Jaco and stuff like that. And honestly, you're gonna come here and fall in love with the nature of this country, but also the people. The Costa Ricans, the Ticos are fantastic. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps how nice and how wonderful the people are here, so you're really gonna enjoy that. Which is when I talk about how great the Ticos are and how laid back they are about things and how friendly they are. Because going into the fifth thing that's gonna shock you is the Ticos when they drive. It's like, hey, I'm totally nice, normal person, but then when I get behind the wheel, I'm crazy. The Ticos are crazy drivers. I mean, speed limit signs, things like that, that's just that's just signage. That's nothing. There's nothing there. I don't see a speed limit. I just go as fast as I can. One lane bridge, haha, I got there first. Even if you're already on the bridge, they're gonna go. The drivers here are insane, okay? They are crazy drivers, so be ready for that. So when you're driving, I just say do not drive at night. One, for the roads, but also for the drivers, okay? It can get a little scary sometimes. And with those drivers, you're gonna have traffic jams and stuff like that, because in Costa Rica, if you have a car accident, you can't move your car until the police and the insurance people come. Now they're changing the laws a little bit, so if it's a little scratch, you can move to the side and stuff. But just know that, I mean, when they drive, they're crazy. And the thing is the speed limits are a suggestion, and you'll see there's this word called ceda, which is yield. I don't think they know what that means, okay? Because there's no yielding here, just go. Now, the sixth thing that shocks tourists when they come to Costa Rica is this is actually a relatively safe country to go. You know, you hear all these things about Central America, South America, all these kind of things, but Costa Rica is relatively safe. I mean, for here, it is the safest place to go. Now, I'm not gonna say that there's no crime. Yes, there are pickpocketings, there are bag snatches and stuff like that. If you're driving in your car, make sure you're not leaving anything out in your rental car, stuff like that, because people might break it and take it, okay? But in general, Costa Rica is extremely safe. I mean, I'm here filming, no problem, with my nice camera and stuff like this on the beach by myself, not too worried about it. And that is what's really cool. And it's one of the reasons why I recommend people, if you're looking to go to Central America and you want to take your kids and your family, you're not sure about, oh, is it safe or is it not safe or whatever, I say come to Costa Rica. I mean, it's safe. I mean, I'm more worried when I walk around where I work in my hometown than I am, you know, here in Costa Rica. Yeah, so just know that it is a really pretty safe place, but you got to pay attention. You know, don't be flashing the jewels and stuff like that, but that's normal stuff anywhere. Now, the seventh thing that might shock you when you come here is when you pay for things, you can pay in dollars, US dollars. Now, they'll give you their change back in colones, the local currency here. It's about 500 and some to 1 to the dollar, so the math in your mind is like, oh my God, what's going on here? Just think about it, 10,000 colones note is like 20 bucks. It's somewhere around there. That just makes it easier for you. But you can really pay in dollars almost everywhere. Now, if you're going to go to some of the sodas, like that's the local diners, like the mom and pop places, which you have to eat at. Eat those beans and rice at the sodas, okay? When you go there, some of them in like the backwater places might not take dollars, but in general, you can pay with dollars all over the place. Now, those of you like credit cards, they do accept credit cards a lot of places, but I would still have more of a cash-based thing. There are ATMs all over the place, but it is still kind of crazy when you're going around. Yes, I can pay in dollars, I can pay in dollars. I mean, we didn't even use any colones the first 4 days we were here. We were paying in dollars and getting the colones changed back and stuff like that. Now, the eighth thing that's gonna shock you about coming to Costa Rica is the seasonality. Now, when I say seasons, I can say like tourist season and rainy season. Now, the rainy season here, literally, September, just rain. Rain, don't bother. Just don't bother. September, October, it's just rain, okay? There's some places not raining, but in general, September, October, those are the months you don't want to come because it's going to be raining so much, okay? Now, from like the very end of November through April or later, you're going to be fine because the rain kind of starts in July. But I mean, it's a great place to come all the time, but the seasonality in terms of that rainy season, that will shock you because it literally rains. Like, oh, it's time to rain, boom, and it starts raining, okay? So to continue on with that number 8 is what you need to realize is that seasonality, where they say it's rainy season or dry season, doesn't always stick. It will be dry sometimes in the rainy season, and yes, it will rain sometimes in the rainy season. We're here in Arenal now, and honestly, it's dry season and I'm drenched, okay? Because the rain will come. It's a tropical rainforest. So just because it says it's the dry season doesn't mean you're going to be dry. So make sure you're bringing like a poncho or something like that. So if you're going to go in the hanging gardens here and do those things, you are ready for it, okay? The other part of the seasonality that will shock you is if you're coming here in high season, how much stuff will sell out. If you're looking to come here for like a Christmas vacation, like before Christmas through New Year's, make sure you're booking like 6 months out because the stuff books out. So many people come here, it all gets sold out. And it's not just Americans or Germans and stuff like that. It's also the Costa Ricans. They're coming to visit places like Jaco, or they're going to Arenal, they're going to all these different places. And so just know that the seasonality can be quite shocking about how packed it gets during Christmas week or around then, and also how rainy it is in the rainy season. Now, the ninth thing that's going to shock you when you're here is all the flora and fauna when you're here. We're here in Arenal, but the Arenal volcano, if you can't really see it through the clouds, but it's back there. Take my word for it. Hopefully it'll peek through. And when you walk around and you explore Costa Rica, you see all this amazing nature, whether it is macaws flying into your pool in Jaco like we had, or it's going on the Hanging Bridges tour here and seeing spider monkeys. I mean, we saw spider monkeys playing around with their babies. It was unbelievably beautiful seeing these kind of things. And you're seeing animals, coyotes. I didn't even know this animal existed. They have that here. Sloths. I mean, it's incredible, the wildlife that's here that you can see with the plants. I mean, watch when you're driving, you want to watch out for these iguanas that are out there, okay? Because you might hit them with your car. There's all kinds of stuff out there you should really look for, and it's just beautiful. And it's not just the wildlife, the plants that are here, the birds of paradise, all these flowering plants that like we grab onto them before they bloom and they feel like fur. I mean, it is really kind of a cool thing. Dragon's blood. I mean, it's this tree that if it gets cut, it like the sap is like blood coming out. It's incredible. Don't cut the trees, okay? I'm just telling you that. Just know that it's there. Your guide will explain it to you, but it is just phenomenal. All the flora and fauna here, you will be shocked. Just wow, how gorgeous all of this is. And going along with that is the 10th thing that will shock with you is the freshness. Yes, the freshness of the air because it's so clean here, the ecotourism and the, you know, the adventure tourism and like just the fresh air that's here. I mean, yes, you can't even smoke a lot of places here, but the freshness just in everything. The fruit that you have here is amazingly fresh. Eat the pineapple here. I know our pineapple in the US is from Costa Rica, but when you get it from here, it's a whole nother world. Because remember, they pick it here and then it ripens on the way to your house, okay? Here, it's ripe and they pick it right then and it's ready to go. It is phenomenal. Papaya, mangoes are awesome here, all kinds of stuff, and they integrate that into all kinds of stuff. The ice cream at Pops is great. You can have mango and lime ice cream, and it's just unbelievable, all this freshness that's out there. All that fruit that's out there. You have the refrescos. They make natural juices all over the places. Your hotels will have them, but go to one of the fruterias and have them make one for you. It is just phenomenal. Anyway, I know these shocks aren't so shocking, but they are just such wonderful things here in Costa Rica. It's hard to find anything bad to be shocked about, but these are things that I think tourists really should know so they can be shocked in a good way when they come here. If you want to learn more about visiting Costa Rica, what you should know before you come to Costa Rica, 5 things you love and hate about visiting Costa Rica, why don't you subscribe to our channel and you'll get videos like that in your feed, or check us out at our website at woltersworld.com. We have all of our videos posted there as well, and we hope you have a great time in Costa Rica because I guarantee you will. It is fantastic.